And a lot of good things have come out about the hydroxy. A lot of good things have come out. And you'd be surprised at how many people are taking it, especially the frontline workers, before you catch it. The frontline workers, many are taking it. I happen to be taking it.
Hydroxychloroquine?
I'm taking it, hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, when?
A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it. Because I think it's good. I've heard a lot of good stories. And if it's not good, I'll tell you right. I'm not going to get hurt by it. It's been around for 40 years for malaria, for lupus, for other things. I take it.
That was, of course, President Donald Trump claiming to reporters that he is taking the anti-malaria drug hydroxychloroquine. So, look, that's what he says in front of the reporters. I don't believe him. Let's just say that. I do not believe him. I don't think he is actually taking hydroxychloroquine. So that's, look, if you believe that he is, that's fine. But Trump is a pathological liar. No, I don't believe a damn thing that he says, right? I don't believe it. Because look, it is a dangerous drug and it has been shown to not be effective in treating COVID-19. Now, Trump he's a stupid man, but I don't think he's stupid enough to put himself at risk. There's no way. And as some of you are pointing out, that it's insane to think that he would be taking it for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, right? And not said anything about it. Inconceivable. There's no way. He's just like, oh yeah, I've been taking it for 1.5 weeks, but 2 weeks now, and I didn't say anything about it. No, complete and utter BS. There's no way that he is not lying about something in that. No way. So now, people who took it, by the way, and this is why this is dangerous, right? People who took it in clinical trials often developed severe heart problems or had died after taking the drug. And it's had no positive effect on people who have COVID-19. It won't prevent COVID-19 and it won't treat COVID-19. It is effective when treating malaria and lupus. That is what it's supposed to do. And by the way, with Trump going and saying you should take it, that's my advice if you want to. It's not going to hurt anything. Well, people are going out there and they're buying it and they're depriving lupus patients of this drug, which they can take safely. So, I mean, again, ridiculous. Also ridiculous is the fact that he's saying, I got medical professionals, they're in the front lines, they're taking it. No, they're not. There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence at all. Now, following this endorsement, and that's what it is. It is a continued endorsement of a product by a president of the United States. That's what it is. Numerous medical professionals, the actual professionals came out and said, no, this is both reckless and dangerous, and you should not be listening to the president of the United States. In fact, this is Dr. Rob Davidson. He's an emergency care physician and executive director of the Committee to Protect Medicare. He said this, quote, if everything else we know about President Trump hasn't proven to you that he does not understand medicine or healthcare, and believe me, there's a lot of evidence that he doesn't understand either. He says, and certainly doesn't have your best interests at heart. This statement and the fact that he's taking this drug should be everything you need to know. Now, Davidson continued by saying the FDA recently issued a warning that this should not be used outside of hospital settings because of the risk of death. We know that patients with lupus depend on hydroxychloroquine, and when President Trump was touting it in March, they ran into shortages. We in the healthcare field need to come out in one voice against the use of this drug and against the advice of this president, knowing that he is going to put more people in harm's way. That's an actual physician, not Dr. Trump, who's about as qualified to hand out medication as Dr. Mario. All right. No medical license, no degree, no knowledge whatsoever. Now, what shouldn't be a surprise is how surprised Trump's aides were. Again, you're going to tell me that he was taking this drug and didn't tell anybody? Donald Trump? Are you kidding me? No. So now the White House, they're like, oh my God, we need to release this memo, right? Now this memo is from the president's physician, Dr. Sean Conley. Sean Conley sounds a lot like Sean Connery. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying. They're just making people up. No, I think he's a real person, the president's physician, right? And he wrote that, quote, after numerous discussions he and I had regarding the evidence for and against the use of hydroxychloroquine, we concluded the potential benefit from treatment outweighed the relative risks. The memo, dated May 18th, does not explicitly say that Trump is taking hydroxychloroquine. So, no, I got to ask, is this the same guy who faked the doctor's note? Who just randomly wrote a doctor's note? It was like, oh yeah, Trump's 100% healthy. Tremendously healthy. Not just normally healthy, but like the greatest, the best health, right? He's in the best health. I think it's a note that Trump himself had wrote. So, look, I'm skeptical, right? Obviously. I'm skeptical of anything that comes out of this White House because Trump's a pathological liar. And so, again, I'm skeptical that he's taking hydroxychloroquine. I'm skeptical that his doctor said, oh, no, it's safe. And we both agreed. No, he's the kind of guy that's going to browbeat somebody. Trump is. And so I'm pretty sure his doctor's like, whatever, I'll just write whatever you tell me. At this point, and why wouldn't I? That's the whole reason I am your personal physician. That's the whole reason, because I will write whatever you tell me to write. Oh, you want to tell me, you want me to say that your health is tremendous? Tremendous. Great. I'll write that down. Oh, you want me to say hydroxychloroquine is good for you? Great. I'll write it. I mean, you don't get to be Donald Trump's personal physician if you don't do what Donald Trump wants you to do. I'm just saying. So now, the other part of Trump pushing this is that there's got to be a financial gain. Other than, of course, the fact that Trump likes being right. Because he does. He likes being right about everything. But the other part of this is that there's got to be a financial gain, right? What's more important to Trump than money? Other than his, of course, vanity, right? I mean, it's not just about the fact that some of his buddies do have investments in the company that manufactures hydroxychloroquine, right? And that even he has a small stake in a company that manufactures hydroxychloroquine, right? But what is that financial? Like, what is the other financial incentive? It can't be that very small stake in that company. It's got to be something bigger, right? And so, look, when it comes to Trump, follow the money, right? Whenever it comes to Trump or anybody in office, follow the money. And right now, I don't know the incentive. I don't know the big incentive he has to keep pushing this drug. Now, the result, of course, of this drug being pushed by the White House is the fact that there are people that will see this and think, oh, it's completely safe. The president said that it's safe. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to take this. And that has even Fox News, or at least one host on Fox News. By the way, Fox News is kind of mixed on this because you've got Laura Ingraham, that one of the biggest pushers of hydroxychloroquine. But then you have people that are somewhat responsible, like Neil Cavuto, saying this.
The VA study to which the president alluded wasn't a loaded political one. It was a test on patients there, and those who took it in a vulnerable population, including those with respiratory or other conditions, they died. I want to stress again, they died. If you are in a risky population here and you are taking this as a preventative treatment to ward off the virus, or in a worst case scenario, you are dealing with the virus, and you are in this vulnerable population, it will kill you. I cannot stress enough. This will kill you.
Do ain't mincing words. This will get, and again, this is somebody who, yes, disagrees with the president. And I understand that, right? But if you like the president, if you support him, then you should be concerned. Like, hey, I want this president to be around for 4 more years, right? Trump 2024, right? MAGA guys, if you're worried about Trump, then this is not a good thing for him to be actually taking hydroxychloroquine, which again, that's if you even believe that he is, and I don't, right? I don't think he's that stupid. But look, the reason, of course, that it would be dangerous, that you should be worried if he actually is taking it, right, is that Trump's in his 70s. He's technically overweight. Hey, look, I'm kind of overweight myself, right? And he doesn't exercise. He thinks exercise drains your life battery. These are words that he has said before. And he knows words, the best words. And he said this before. No, if you exercise, it will drain your life battery. You'll die faster. That's why I don't exercise. He eats lots of fast food, right? This isn't the fat shame or anything. Again, I'm fat, right? But he is at risk. This medication can cause heart issues. And that's it. I mean, that's, again, why he's probably not taking it. But the danger here is him getting other people to take it as well. I'd understand if there was actually provable medical benefits to this other than people with lupus or malaria to justify the risk, but there isn't any. There's just none. And that's what's maddening. I feel like this is another case of putting our lives in danger, or his life, or mainly the lives of his supporters in danger to own the libs. And that's really what it seems to be. Like, it's a big middle finger to science, medicine, and facts. Now, I couldn't personally imagine making a decision based on that. LOL, want to own the conservatives. No, it feels like most of what liberals and progressives are trying to do is to save conservative lives. Like, hey, don't do that stupid thing. Where conservatives, their reaction is, F you, I will now do the stupid thing. I mean, it feels like we have to be their parents. We got to be the grown-ups in the room to stop conservatives from doing stupid things. Honestly, that's what it feels like. It's amazing. But unfortunately, that seems to be the hardcore Trump supporters for you. And for them, Trump can do no wrong. He's the anointed one. He's literally their Jim Jones. And guess what? They're drinking the Kool-Aid. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.